Hello, good evening or good morning, wherever you are. We have made it to 2025. I just wanted to welcome you guys back. It's a pleasure to be rocking with you guys. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have each and every one of you guys here. And if you are new and just tuning in for the first time, I want to take the time out to welcome you and thank you for giving us your wonderful time. I hope you will find value here. Here we post all things autism. We help, to motivate you and, try to get you going along your autism journey. Today's video is going to be focused mainly on travel tips. Fun but yet heart wrenching at the same time. So I have come up with these tips based off my personal experience, and I wanted to share them with you. So you need to prepare ahead of time. You also need to be on time with whatever you're going to do. So the first thing I would do, I would think about how I pack. I would factor in that, we can do laundry at the location that we're going. We can rewear some things. I would pack like, a couple of jeans and a few tops and, bottoms, underwears and stuff. Because traveling with your autistic child can be very tough. And that I'm saying that for me. And I did learn the hard way. So for example, like 2 weeks ago, we took a trip and I had two big suitcases, the ones that you check bags. And then I had two carry-ons and his backpack and Zach's backpack and my purse. And can I tell you, it would have been a struggle, but because I am a child of God, He helped me. Okay. And I didn't factor in that we could have washed and we could have worn, rewear certain things. And it really was a struggle just thinking about all those luggages and Zach, being Zach and his little behaviors while we were traveling. It really was nerve-wracking, but it worked out for me. So the first thing I would do, pack as minimal as possible. If you can travel with somebody, that would be amazing. It's always helpful to travel with somebody because I realized I was traveling with Zach by myself and we run into problems when we wanted to go to the bathroom. For example, the bathroom on the plane, it's crazy small, right? And you don't want to have to like leave your child in the plane because you don't know if they're going to run off. Anyways, fun fact, let me tell you guys a story. So Zach, he used the bathroom and that's fine. I went in there, I kind of stood at the door, we kind of scorched in there and we were both like squished away together, but I couldn't use the bathroom, so I was holding it and I just couldn't hold it anymore. But this young lady, she was sitting next to us because it's three people per row. And I had to ask her, I literally had to ask her to help me to watch Zach because I had to pee so bad. So as I say in all my other videos, sometimes use your inner discretion, your gut, and if you have to ask for help. So if you can travel with somebody, amazing. That's going to be perfect. What I would do for number three, I would call the airline and I would request accessibility, like assistance. So I would request that. We did request that, but Zach wouldn't sit in the wheelchair. If that's the case with your kiddo, you can still just go ahead, go in the line and the accessible line and go get to the front as soon as possible. That is very, very, very helpful. If you do have priority boarding, that is awesome too. Another thing that you can do, you can go on the TSA website and you can, make a special request. So when you get to the TSA line, sometimes you can go right up to the front, or you can just go ahead and go to them, ask for a supervisor, let them know that your child, is autistic or whatever, their diagnosis are, and let them know that they suffer from anxiety and stuff like that. You will get to the head of the line, and also your child wouldn't have to remove their shoes and stuff, and that's just like extra layer of stress that comes off of you instantly, not having to put their shoe back on and all of that good stuff. It's imperative to be early and be ahead of time. If you're like me, I am always late, which is a bad thing. That's something that I hope to work on for this year, because what happens when you're late is like you get super anxious, and you're just rushing and everything is falling apart. So I would go ahead and wake up a couple hours early, get everything together, and be on time. So 5, I would pack some toys. I'd pack some snacks in an accessible bag. For example, your purse or your kid's knapsack. I'd pack something that they like to eat. I'll pack their iPad. I would go ahead and I would pack their favorite toys. I would go ahead and also pack a blanket, because sometimes when I travel, it's so nice to put yourself together and be cozy. Your child, also, earmuffs are very important. If your child will keep them on, it's good, because all the pressure in the air and stuff. That's also very helpful. Global entry is when you don't have to go through the whole security, and you go in a different room, and it just gets you out, in and out. So coming back in the US, say for example you went outside of the US on vacation, coming back, you wouldn't have to go through that big immigration line. You just come through the global entry. So definitely, and if you do have an American Express card, global entry is covered. They do, well, the platinum card, they do cover one global entry, so that is something to bear in mind as well. When you get to your destination, I would go ahead and I would go grab some stuff at the supermarket, so that you can maintain a good healthy diet even while on vacation. And also bearing in mind that even if you want to go out and eat and go somewhere specific, for example, when I go to Jamaica, if I want to go somewhere and have like fish, and where they don't sell like stuff that Zach eats, it's kind of nice to have stuff pre-prepared for him, that he can stay on track with the things that he likes, and I don't have to feel bad that I am eating and he doesn't eat at this place. Even though you're going to have a couple nights where you dedicate to him, okay, we're going to go here because Zachary likes to eat here. I do prefer traveling in the early morning. So sometimes we're up at 4 a.m. heading to the airport to catch a 6 a.m. flight. I find that very, satisfying for us. One, he is a little tired still, so sometimes he sleeps throughout the flight. And then we get there and we have an entire day to get him settled in, get him going to the pool. I can run some errands and so on and so forth. These are some of the tips that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm sure there are a million more, and I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what your travel tricks are in the comment down below. And if you have made it this far in the video, please go ahead and comment this emoji right ahead, so that I can know you are tuned in and you're tapped in. I am so happy, like I said, to make it to 2025 with you, and I do hope to continue growing with you and hearing from you. It was a pleasure making this video for you. Please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share with a friend, a family, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.